Okay, a couple of issues to touch on today, so let me try and be relatively brief. First of all, I wanted to know the fireys in my community who have been injured attending to that fire in my neighbourhood there at Slacks Creek overnight. We are thinking of you. We know the unbelievable sacrifice that fireys and their colleagues make in looking after our local community. I've been in contact this morning with the leadership of the fireys in our area. We know that there will be loved ones and friends and colleagues who will be doing it tough, and we wish the injured fireys a speedy recovery from the injuries that they incurred looking after our community and our local people. Today, the Reserve Bank has lifted interest rates by 0.25%. This is a really difficult decision for a lot of Australians who are already under the pump. This is a reminder that inflation remains the primary challenge in our economy. This is a reminder of the difficult economic conditions in which we frame this second budget. The budget is in a week's time from now. The priorities in that budget will be responsible cost of living relief that doesn't add to inflation, laying the long-term foundations for future growth and opportunity in our economy, and also making our budget and our economy and our people and our country much more resilient to the sorts of global economic uncertainty that we've seen in recent times. It will be a responsible budget. It will have two main tasks: to see people through a difficult period and to set this country up for the future. We know, and this interest rate decision today is a reminder of the complex combination of economic pressures that are being felt right around the country. The budget will seek to alleviate some of that pressure at the same time as it positions this country to take advantage of the remarkable opportunities that lay ahead. So the budget is in a week's time. Two important announcements that we've made today, which will be in the budget. The first one is payday super. It's just common sense to pay superannuation with wages. It's a simple change. It will strengthen the system, and it will also strengthen people's retirement balances. And it will do that because it will make it less likely that people miss out on the superannuation that they've earned and they're entitled to. The overwhelming majority of employers do the right thing when it comes to superannuation, but by paying super more regularly with wages and with salaries makes it far less likely that people will miss out on the super that they've earned. And what we've done here is we've deliberately given employers and super funds a long run-up until 2026 so that they can prepare for this really important change. This will make a difference to people's retirement balances. It will make the system stronger and fairer, and we've given people a long lead time, a long run-up, so that they can make this change happen. The last one I wanted to touch on before I turn to you for your questions is around smoking and vaping. I am really proud of the changes that Mark Butler announced today in relation to vaping. I say as the Treasurer, but also as a parent and as an Australian, that this explosion in vaping, particularly amongst our kids, is one of the biggest challenges that we have in local communities like mine. It's a huge challenge in our schools. It's a huge challenge in our families and around our communities. And I'm really just couldn't be more supportive of what Mark Butler has announced today with vaping. It's a really important set of initiatives. We can't sit idly by and see another generation of Australians get hooked on nicotine. You know, this stuff is supposed to help people get off nicotine, not hook them on nicotine. We've seen it explode, especially amongst our kids. These have been very, very troubling developments, and that's what makes today's announcement really important.